we're going to start with the Oscars, right?
Yes, we are.
So we're going to start with the Oscars. The Academy Awards were last night. So if you guys watch movies like I do, Will Foxification on YouTube, shout out to myself.
Shameless plug.
So I do movie reviews. So I've seen all of these movies that appeared in the Academy Awards last night, except for like documentaries and short films, stuff like that. I didn't know anything about that.
Okay.
My brother and I did like kind of the Super Bowl, you do like a prediction sheet.
Sure.
Like over, under, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So but the Oscars is just predicting the winners. So we did that, and the documentary and short film, short animated, I'm just guessing. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I like nailed it. So I beat my brother pretty bad.
Oh.
So like, yeah, he did pretty well, but mine, I was like, I know this stuff. So I know what he's going to win. But
we're dealing with a professional over here.
yes. Well, I mean, kind of, but not really. I'm not like a Rotten Tomatoes critic.
But very respectable.
I try.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll give myself that. I try.
There you go. And on quite the opposite end of the spectrum, I did not watch the Oscars, nor do I literally ever watch movies. So there's a chance that some of the movies that you're going to tell me which I'm interested to hear about, I've maybe never heard of them.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's some of them that I have to have heard of, that I at least saw the previews and know that it exists.
Well, you know about Joker.
Yes, that's the one that I definitely know about.
But you still haven't seen it.
Now, I haven't seen the movie, but that is also the one I told Will ahead of time that I wanted to put in my 2 cents on the Oscars, because on Instagram, I did see that the Joker won.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk for a little bit, and then maybe we'll dive into that, because that's literally all I have to contribute to this topic.
It's okay. We're going to contribute together, and we're going to hit this topic pretty quick, I think.
Yeah.
But the Academy Awards went pretty well. They didn't have a host again. This is actually the second year in a row there was no host. With the Kevin Hart thing that happened a couple years ago, I think they've kind of gone away from hosting a little bit.
So what exactly happened there? Just brief me real quick.
So basically, he had some tweets from the past, or one in particular, about some interpreted as homophobic comments.
Yes, I actually do remember.
And he was willing to apologize to, the people it affected, but not the Academy, because the Academy was like demanding an apology, and he was like, no. So, and they were like, okay, well, you're not hosting. And they kind of wanted him back, I think. I don't know the story completely, but basically he said no and just bowed out from it.
Wow.
So it was messy.
So hold on, they unlisted him prior to the event happening, or this was post-event? Okay.
Yeah, pre-event. So he didn't actually ever do it, even though, and supposedly his dream was always to host the Oscars. So he was really bummed out about it. But
it's unfortunate.
And he would have been perfect, man. He would have been perfect for it. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And but yeah, anyway, so that's what happened. So there's no host. It just kind of rolls pretty quickly. It still takes about 3.5 hours for the show.
Sure.
They were mostly pretty expected winners. Like everyone who was expected to win, for the most part, won. But there were a couple really big upsets. One thing you might have seen, I don't know if you saw.
Nope.
But so already the answer is no. The Best Picture winner was a foreign film. It was actually called Parasite. It's a Korean film.
Oh, I've seen the previews, and I think I've seen it on like Netflix or something like that, like it advertised. I thought it was a TV show though.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's a film. It's
interesting.
Yeah, so it's a film. It's a Korean film. I actually had the chance to see it a little while back. I really liked it. Wouldn't have been my pick though.
Is it in Korean, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Does
It's subtitled. It's subtitled.
That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, I've loved a lot of films like that. That are subtitled. One that's really gets a lot of underappreciation is Apocalypto. It was directed by Mel Gibson, actually.
I've definitely heard that name before, but I definitely never seen it and couldn't tell you anything about it.
It's like Native American, I guess you would call them Native Americans, and it's like Mayans and stuff, and they basically are going like sacrifices, and it gets pretty crazy, and they're chasing them down through the woods and stuff. It's pretty crazy, but it's good. But basically, as far as the Oscars go, most of the winners were predictable. Brad Pitt won, Laura Dern won, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker did win.
Did he win for the movie or won for like Best Actor?
Best Actor.
Oh,
yeah. For the Best Picture, that was Parasite. So Joker was nominated, I think, for 11 awards. It only won 3.
Whoa, but still 11 nominations. That's a big deal.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I thought I was worried it might get shut out besides Joaquin, but it won Best Original Score, I think, as well. And I think maybe makeup or costume design. Not makeup because Bombshell won that, but it won something else too. So it won 3. But,
wow. Hey, good for that movie.
Yeah, and
good
Joaquin definitely deserved. But basically, for Best Picture, to sum it up, and Best Director, actually the director for Parasite won too, Best Director, which was kind of a surprise as well.
Hey, good for them.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the director of a movie called 1917, which was a war film. It was a war film, and it's shot to feel like one continuous take, so it feels like there's no cuts in the whole thing. There are, but they're hidden. So you got to watch it, man. It's so immersive. that's my pick for Best Picture, and that was the favorite going in.
Man, just on the editing skills alone, because
Right.
you know they didn't shoot that thing in one take.
No, it's legit.
So just on the edits, that's awesome.
It did win for Best Cinematography, though.
Oh,
so
good.
which makes sense.
Good for them.
But because Roger Deakins, the guy who shot it, is the GOAT. I mean, he is the GOAT of cinematography.
Okay.
He's amazing, man.
Shout out Roger.
Roger Deakins. He's awesome. But that basically my summer of the Oscars is I liked it. The one thing I will say, and not sure how controversial this is going to be.
Ooh.
On Twitter, I posted about this too, and yeah, it seemed fine. But I don't like how political the Oscars are. Personally.
I've heard that for a long time.
I'm not a fan of that because I don't follow politics myself, and I don't turn on the Oscars to be lectured to.
Sure.
So like, and I don't follow politics, so I don't need that in my life. So, and I think a lot of people feel the same way, and a lot of people who don't feel the same way, and that's fine.
Yep.
And it's their award show; they can do what they want. But to me, my opinion, if I'm just giving my 2 cents about it, it's an award show to acknowledge the greatness of the filmmakers and the films that year.
Sure.
It's not a platform to preach political ideals to the masses.
So who is it? The people that are winning the awards when they're giving their
Yes.
speeches?
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. See, so I guess I'd go back and forth with you on this a little bit.
Sure.
I agree to the point that if it's like a movie award show or a film, that's probably insulting.
Right.
Is film more proper term?
Yeah, sure. Either way.
So, okay. So like a film awards, movies, I guess, whichever. Yeah. Celebrate the film, celebrate the actors, celebrate the directors, all that kind of stuff. But I do think that once people win their award and it is an opportunity for them to speak, I'm here for them saying whatever they want. I can totally agree with you thinking or, feeling like, this isn't what I tuned in for. But at the same time, like they worked really hard, whoever it may be. And that's their, I want to say 15 seconds of fame. Clearly, they're all pretty famous. They're winning the Oscars. But, it's their time to speak. And if that's what they want to say, so be it.
Right. And I totally agree with that assessment in terms of what they want to say. They have the right to say that.
Yeah.
So I would never be like, you don't have the right to say that. You know what I mean? I would never say you can't say that.
Sure.
I would just say that I don't think that should be a part of the show because I don't think that's not what I tune in for.
Okay.
And and I understand they have the right, to say whatever they want, but I also think, it's a time to enjoy those things without bringing in things that are extraneous from what we're there for. So
Sure.
but I understand 100% both sides. There are a lot of people who feel the way you do, and a lot of people feel even more strongly about it, that they should bring attention to these issues. And I get that, it's social awareness. So it's always a tricky line to walk. To me, though, I feel like it's not the time or place, but that's my opinion. And that's, a lot of people different than me, and that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. Just to me, and we got to the point, I mean, my brother and I, when everyone, a lot of the actors were giving their speeches, we started muting it because it was to the point where it's like, man, can I just enjoy and acknowledge the greatness of these films and filmmakers? Every 5 seconds, so I have to hear political this, political that, social issue that, social issue this. It's not, you know what I mean? To me, it's not what I watch for.
Yeah.
So we basically got to the point where we watched the awards be awarded. When the speeches started happening, we started muting them because it's sad, but I mean, that's just my opinion. And I'm sure a lot of people, I might get roasted in the comments for that, but I'm going to be as transparent and honest about that. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I think the point that you're making is some people are going to like it, some people that aren't. I don't think anybody's incorrect for feeling one way or another.
No.
I'm sure it was probably a little bit more extreme this year than maybe other years too, because we are going into an election year.
Right.
So everybody wants to put their 2 cents out there to, maybe not necessarily pull for an individual. Like I said, I didn't watch it, so I didn't know if anybody was like, vote for this person. But maybe along the the lines of what certain people are into. Maybe I'm just speculating.
And I tend to just be like that anyway. I don't like politics and I don't follow it. So I don't really like it in my films. I don't really like it. I don't go to a film really to be lectured to about what I should believe or what I shouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So so I'm the same way with that. So I might be a little more, firm in that belief than others.
Sure.
But I don't necessarily like a film, that has a very strong, obvious political agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that
I want to
either.
be entertained. So that's it. I just want to see a good movie. I don't really want to come to see that I want to be told I'm wrong for thinking this or I'm right for thinking that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you're definitely not the only person that feels that way too, because I've definitely seen and heard a lot of different people say with whether it's film or any form of entertainment, it's an escape. It's
escapism,
you know what I
and
mean?
you're
And
taking
it's-
that away.
Exactly. So, it's defeating the purpose almost.
Right. And that's what I feel like the Oscars too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's
it's
kind of sucky.
So, and it that's why I don't like it. But like I said, I'm fine if they want to say that. I've never say that they shouldn't or can't. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion that I don't think it's the place for it. But they won. They can say whatever they want in their speech.
Yeah.
So, but that's just my opinion on it. So anyway,
hold on, let me hop in real quick.
Go ahead.
It's
I don't want to cut you off, so I don't want to cut you off.
You're fine. The one thing that I saw via IG, and it's really funny because this is probably going to be like countering your point that you made.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't watch many award shows, so I don't really know super like a lot of what's going on in them. But I will say the thing that has always kind of annoyed me with award shows is when somebody hops up and just thanks people for 37 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Which like, I really can appreciate people wanting to, if I'm the actor, say I win best male actor for a film, and I want to say, I couldn't have done this without my co-stars and without the production crew, so on and so forth. I think it's really nice, and it is good for those people to get their shine. But when people carry on thanking, thank over and over, it is a little dramatic. And I saw a clip of when Joaquin Phoenix won, and he was a little political with what he was saying.
His speech got really kind of weird though.
I liked it though because
because you love probably the animal thing, talking about the cows and stuff. Yeah,
we've talked about it on here. Like I ate vegan for a year, I still eat vegetarian, so like I'm on board with what he's saying. But yeah, that part aside, I did think it was really cool how he was just saying like lead with love and compassion, and I was like that's really nice. Like. That he went up there, and I did think it was personally. I felt that it was something nice for him to say, where it was just like a nice sentiment. But if you didn't feel that way, or if a lot of other people didn't feel that way, like I get it. People, like we talked about, it's escapism, and when somebody goes up there and they're like, "The dairy industry is torture," like I can understand you being like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, right. And I 100% get that. A lot of people think these issues, and they rightly so, need to be brought to the spotlight, to the limelight, but. To me, I just feel like there are maybe other avenues to do that where it's not at the Oscars.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's my opinion. Like I said, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that. I might get attacked for that. We'll see. I'm fine with it. I can hold my ground on that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with anyone about it because it's not worth it. But
we can have a discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. You and I are having a rational discussion. We're not completely in agreement.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. But yeah, that's great. So anything else to say about the Oscars thing?
I tapped out my Oscar knowledge right there. That's everything I know.
All I would say is that Parasite is a really good film. It probably would have been one of my last choices for Best Picture. I think out of the nominees, I really liked it. I'd probably get about a 9 out of 10, but I think this year had so many great films and it wouldn't be in the top 10 for me. So but I really liked it. A lot of people liked it a little more than me, and the director seems like such a cool dude. So I'm kind of glad he got the shine. I do think 1917 got robbed a little bit, but it was the favorite going in. I think a lot of people were shocked when it didn't win.
Yeah.
But it happens. So yeah.
Then the last thing I'll say is Annyeonghaseyo, which I think means hello, how are you in Korean.
There you go.
If I messed that up, I'm so sorry.
If so, we're just gonna roll with it.
Just you can roast me now too.
Yeah, roast him in the comments.
Yes.
Make sure to comment though, please.
Yeah, please.
Because we want to know what you guys think about all of this.